Test. Ooh, test. Golly, what happened? We had this set a while ago. Test.
I swear.
Test. We so dogged messed up. Testing 1, 2. Get my gains up. Testing. That's better. Test. Good evening, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Francis, alongside the one and only Travis Banks. All right, Travis, mic check.
Testing 1, 2. All right, we are streaming live.
Okay, keep going.
All right, testing 1, 2. Testing. Here we go now. Live from House Park. Testing.
All right, I think we're pretty good right there.
All right. I'm going to mute us because I think we're coming up over the YouTube stream, but... And a pleasant good evening to everyone listening at home. We are just about set here at House Park for round 1 of UIL Texas playoff football between the Eastview Patriots and the McCallum Knights. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for tuning into this special edition of Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry. My name is Travis Banks, and I am joined alongside Mr. Michael Francis, the one and only Mr. Michael Francis, my broadcast partner and colleague. And, Michael, it's been a few weeks since we've been able to broadcast Eastview Patriot football due to a couple of well-timed bye weeks. But this is round 1 of the playoffs. Eastview has had 2 weeks of rest. The real question for the Patriots is going to be, did they use those 2 weeks to their advantage? And are they going to be coming out prepared for this ball game? Or are they going to have a little bit of rust on them?
Well, I tell you what, if you believe everything that you see from Coach Feacock on social media, he's got his players hyped up and ready to go. They are excited about this game tonight.
They're taking on a McCallum Knights squad that has had a couple of canceled games this season over just due to the COVID pandemic and all the guidelines and stuff like that. They do have a 5-2 overall record, 5-1, good enough to get them second place in their district. They are 1-0 in neutral sites, 1-0 at home as well. House Park, of course, being McCallum's typical home stadium. But McCallum, they last played last week against Navarro, winning that game 20-0. That was a game that was rescheduled from all the way back on November 13th. They've won their last 5 games in a row, actually, after losing the first 2 games of the year to Anderson and the undefeated Liberty Hill squad. And, Michael, you mentioned this to me during the pregame. Every single sports writer for the Austin American Statesman picked the Eastview Patriots to win this ball game tonight.
Well, they did, and Eastview comes in strong. And keep in mind, folks, that even though they finished third in district, take back some miscues, they could have easily been district champions. So they are a very strong team coming into this game tonight. The Austin Independent School District football squads that have been on the field have struggled to put points on the board. If you follow Max Preps and you look at the games versus Liberty Hill didn't allow a single score by an Austin Independent School District football team.
Indeed, they did not. As Jake Allison and Justin Nizer, the two team captains for both the McCallum Knights and the Eastview Patriots, respectively, are meeting in the middle of the field for the opening coin toss. And, folks, of course, this is audio-only broadcast, unfortunately, tonight due to UIL rules with the playoffs. So we will do our best to get you guys to envision what is going on the field.
So we'll try to paint the picture as best we can, but just to kind of give you a little bit of background. Once you get into playoff football, the video rights are actually owned by Fox Sports Southwest and NFHS. You have to pay a fee, and I believe that a fee right now is $1,000 per game to actually do live stream. And I think that even with that, trying to understand the rules, that streaming it on YouTube was actually prohibited. It had to be across broadcast airwaves, from what I understood, reading the media guide for the UIL. So there's those restrictions. We're going to take a moment for the national anthem, and we'll be right back with you.
A fairly jam-packed crowd here at House Park in downtown Austin, about 12th and Lamar. Here for, at least on the Eastview Patriots side, McCallum also bringing out a decent amount of fans, and these Eastview Patriot fans are ready. It's been about 3 weeks, I think, to the day since the Patriots last took the football field. District 13-5A did have a scheduled bye week for the week of Thanksgiving. And then, of course, Eastview was originally supposed to play last Friday night, or maybe last Thursday night, one of the two. They were supposed to play last week against Glenn. That game, of course, being moved up to the beginning of November, the Patriots' original bye week. And that gave the Patriots an extra week off and 2 weeks in total to prepare for this first-round playoff game, as McCallum did win the opening coin toss and elected to receive. So McCallum, wearing their home blue jerseys, silver helmets, and white pants, will be returning from the right side to the left. Eastview will be kicking off, defending the left to the right. Eastview wearing their quote-unquote icy whites, white helmets, white jerseys with red numbers, and white pants.
So the unique thing about House Park is, and we're set up just underneath the press box here. They have a table set up for us to broadcast from, is the proximity to the fields. We're really close to the field and right behind the fans here tonight. So you're going to hear a lot of action, and you actually hear some pads making contact tonight. So we're set to get things started. Mr. Travis Banks to take it away.
This is Emilio Vargas. He is kicking the ball off, and this ball will be taken at the 15-yard line by McCallum. McCallum taking it to the 20, to the 25, jukes around some defenders, and finally brought down just shy of the 30-yard line by Jerry Barone. So McCallum will be setting up shop at about their own 28-yard line to start this game off. Wyatt Cunningham was on the return for McCallum. So it will be 1st and 10 McCallum at their own 28-yard line. 7 seconds into this first round playoff game. McCallum comes out in a shotgun formation. Jackson Rosales, the quarterback for the Knights, he's got 2 running backs. He sends one in motion from right to left, and this is Rosales. He's going to keep it himself up the middle, and he makes it about 5 yards. He's brought down. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Good for a 4-yard gain, bringing up a 2nd and 6 for the Knights. Tackle was made by number 33, Thomas Thornburg.
Thomas Thornburg making the tackle for the Patriots, and an officially a 4-yard gain for Jackson Rosales on that carry. Brings up 2nd down and 6, ball on the 32-yard line of McCallum. Rosales in the gun, takes a snap, and he keeps it himself running up the middle. He's got a bit of a hole. He makes it to the 35-yard line, about 3 yards before being tackled. And on the tackle for the Patriots was Thomas Thornburg again. So this will bring up 3rd down for McCallum. 3rd down and about 3. 3rd down and 2, actually. My mistake. He did make it to the 36-yard line, did Jackson Rosales. And on 3rd and 2, McCallum will come out in the gun. They've got all their receivers bunched up at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a handoff to the running back, Andre Rodriguez. And Rodriguez is tackled about a yard short of the 1st down line. Rodriguez tackled by, looked to be Justin Nizer. And this will bring up 4th down and 1 for the Knights. Ball on their own 37-yard line. Looks like the Knights are going to go for it here early on in the ball game. 10:30 and counting to play in the first quarter. McCallum is indeed going to go for it. They are bunched up at the line in the shotgun formation. Jackson Rosales takes the snap. He's keeping it himself. He rushes up the middle. He's got the 1st down and a whole lot more. He sidesteps the defender to the 40, to the 35. He slides and brings himself down before he's hit on the Eastview 30. And Jackson Rosales picking up a huge 1st down and getting into Eastview territory.
29-yard pickup by quarterback.
29 yards officially on the play. This will bring up 1st and 10 from the Eastview 34. Rosales back out in the gun. And a flag comes out before the ball can be snapped.
Looks like a false start penalty.
Eastview getting the McCallum offensive line to jump a little early. 5-yard penalty to bring up 1st and 15. McCallum has moved back to the Eastview 39-yard line after that 5-yard penalty. 9:45 and counting to play here in the first. We are scoreless as we are still on McCallum's opening drive. McCallum in the gun, sends a man in motion. It's a sweep from right to left to the wide receiver and tackled just shy of the 35-yard line. Gain of about 4 on that run by the McCallum wide receiver.
Good for a 3-yard gain. Bringing up a 2nd and 12 for the Knights.
So 3-yard gain brings up 2nd and 12. Ball is on the Eastview 36-yard line. Rosales in the gun. Takes the snap, and it's a handoff to the running back, Rodriguez. Rodriguez rushes up the middle, but is tackled pretty quickly about the 33-yard line. Gain of maybe 3 on that carry. And looked to be Thomas Thornburg on the tackle there. Rodriguez gained 2 yards on that carry, so this will bring up 3rd down and 10. Ball on the Eastview 34-yard line. Thomas Thornburg indeed on the tackle of that carry. So a 3rd down and 10 here. Remember, McCallum converted a 4th down just a few plays ago. They're looking to convert this 3rd down here. Rosales, as Eastview shows blitz, takes the snap. A flag comes out. Pass is tipped, He attempted a wide receiver screen to the left side, the short side of the field, did Rosales. It was tipped at the line. A flag did come out as the ball was snapped.
Offsides on the Patriots.
Offside. Defense, number 17. 5 yards.
That's Cade Elkins. The Patriots were showing blitz on that play. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty against Eastview. This will bring up 3rd and 5. McCallum moves to the Eastview 29-yard line. They need to get 5 yards to convert this 3rd down. Quarterback Jackson Rosales in the gun. 2 receivers to his right. 1 running back to his right. Rosales takes the snap. Eastview showing blitz. Rosales is going to keep it himself. Tries to scramble to the right. He's brought down after a gain of maybe a yard.
I
But
don't even
Eastview
think
with
he
great
got that.
defensive
I think
pressure.
he lost yardage.
Looked like Vance Hurd making the tackle.
I believe that's going to be 4th and 6.
Nope, they're crediting Alessandro Perez for the tackle there. And McCallum on 4th and 6 will go for it. Rosales, 3 receivers to his left on the short side of the field. Rosales in the gun. Rosales takes the snap, looks left, throws, nearly intercepted. Rosales threw it right into Logan Williams' hands. Logan Williams let the ball sail through his hands, but he knew that pass was going to fall incomplete even if he didn't get the interception. So that'll be a turnover on downs for McCallum, and Eastview will take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, there's your answer, Travis, for the taking a couple of weeks off. Is maybe just a little bit of jitters and rust on the first series defensively by the Patriots, but they bend and don't break, and they take possession.
So this will be 1st and 10 Patriots. We're scoreless here. 7:47 to play in the first. Peyton Adams comes out under center as the Patriots are bunched up, but flags are flying everywhere. This play is blown dead just as the ball is snapped. False start on Eastview. Charles Ross actually being called for the false start. So that's a 5-yard penalty to make it 1st and 15 as Eastview moves back to their own 25-yard line. Adams comes out again under center. He's got 2 receivers to his left. Isaiah Quentin Jackson in at running back. It's a play action. Adams is going to keep it himself. He scrambles to the left side. He's brought down at the 30-yard line.
Where's the face mask?
It was either a face mask or a horse collar. It was something. About 5 yards gained on that carry by Peyton Adams. Brings up 2nd and 10. But Patriots fans are not happy. They were looking for that face mask flag, Michael.
Yeah, he did.
Adams, again, on 2nd down, under center. And the Patriots are all bunched up at the line of scrimmage. Isaiah Quentin Jackson in at running back. Referee blows a whistle and blows this play dead. It's timeout Eastview, their first of the first half. So we'll take a brief pause with 7:18 remaining here in the first quarter. We are scoreless here at House Park. Eastview in the middle of their opening drive. We'll be right back after these messages.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate,
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
and he's my son.
Oh,
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's condition. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We're back here at House Park, where a bit shorter of a timeout than expected. We apologize for that. On 2nd down, it was a screen pass to Isaiah Quentin Jackson for a 5-yard gain, and the Patriots just picked up a first down on a sweep to Tyreek Styles Obasheri. Obasheri went out of bounds on his own at the 45-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 Patriots. And now it's a handout to Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Quentin Jackson running left, leaps over a defender and is brought down at the 50-yard line for a nice 5-yard gain, as the Patriots will have a second down now, and they have officially entered McCallum territory. Second and 4, ball on the McCallum 49-yard line. It's another handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson up the middle. He makes it to the 45 and is tackled at the 44-yard line. Isaiah Quentin Jackson with more than enough yards to pick up the first down for the Patriots. And we apologize for that commercial.
Yeah, we're obligated by the UIL to play at least 2 of their commercials during our broadcast. So that we got that one knocked out, and we won't play another one until the second half.
Well, that was my fault for playing the longest commercial when I thought we would have a long timeout, but it ended up being about a 30-second timeout for Coach Feacock, as right now we have a McCallum Knight down on the ground injured. And so while the training staff is taking a look at him, clock is paused with 6:12 to play here in the first quarter. We are scoreless. Eastview marching down the field on their opening offensive series of this ball game. McCallum has had 1 offensive possession. They converted a 4th and 1, made it into Eastview territory, but the drive stalled, and they threw an incomplete pass on their next 4th down attempt. Led to a turnover on downs and Eastview ball. Eastview has marched about 25, almost 30 yards down the field on their opening series. They've made it into McCallum territory, if you're just tuning in, and they are looking to break open the scoring of this game.
Well, you couldn't ask for a prettier place to play at, or a more scenic vista, really, with downtown just over your shoulder, downtown Austin, a very picturesque downtown. Little kind of fog starting to set in the area, so there is some haze down here due to the atmospheric conditions that are going on. But other than that, it's a great night for football.
It is a shame that we're not allowed to do video because the backdrop with all of the high-rises over to the left of where we're situated here in the stadium in downtown Austin is just a great scene for football here.
So we'll go over the starters offensively for the Patriots tonight. And the wide receivers, number 9, Charles Ross, and number 6, Michael Sedgwick. In the slot, Tyreek Styles Obershiri and Jerry Barone. In the H-back, number 45, Jacob Martin. In the tailback position, senior number 24, Isaiah Quentin Jackson. At the quarterback, junior number 18, Peyton Adams. At left tackle, senior number 57, Cole Smith. At left guard, senior number 53, Ben Martin. Your starting center tonight, senior number 59, McKinley McLaughlin. At right guard, sophomore number 77, Austin Kane. And your right tackle, senior number 62, Israel Ramirez. Defensively for your Patriots tonight on the corners, junior number 6, Michael Sedgwick. Sophomore number 3, Tyreek Styles Obershiri. Your free safety, junior Tyler Wagner. At strong safety, junior Cade Elkins. Your weak safety, senior Logan Williams. Your Mike linebacker, senior number 24, Isaiah Quentin Jackson. The Sam linebacker, junior number 33, Thomas Thornburg. Defensive end, senior number 50, Justin Nizer. Your tackle, sophomore number 80, DJ Perez. On the nose, sophomore number 64, Vance Hurd. And your other defensive end, junior number 20, Aaron Olage.
As the injured McCallum Knight is being helped off the field via golf cart. Does not look pretty. So our thoughts and prayers will be with that young man. Hopefully he makes a full recovery. As we are just about set to resume action here. 6:12 to play here in the first quarter. We are scoreless at House Park. Currently seeing if Eastview can get into the end zone on their first offensive series of this ball game.
Well, it's playoff football in Texas, the bi-district round of the playoffs. And anything can happen, as it often does on Friday nights.
As the Patriots line back up. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and a running back. Peyton Adams comes out in the shotgun formation. This is 1st and 10. Ball on the McCallum 44-yard line. Adams fakes a handoff, throws to the right. He's got a man. It's Charles Ross. Caught at the 10-yard line to the 5, into the end zone. Charles Ross 44 yards for the Patriots. They break open the scoring.
That's a 44-yard touchdown pass from Charles Ross.
Boy, Adams saw that he had his man open. Ross was behind his defender. Adams just had to heave it up. Ross ran right underneath it, 10 yards after the catch, and into the end zone for 6 for the Patriots.
Then he kicked the extra point for the Patriots, number 13, and Emilio Vargas.
Emilio Vargas out to attempt the PAT. McCallum jumps off sides. We're drawing a flag on this PAT.
Start of the snap. Stop. Defense, number 3. Half the distance to the goal. We're still trying.
I really like that the referees are all mic'd up here.
Right, yeah.
I think that's a new feature for House Park. Could be because of the playoffs, too. You never know. Emilio Vargas back out to attempt this PAT.
Adams holding.
PAT is up, and it is good. So with 5:57 to go here in the first quarter, Eastview scores on their first offensive series of the ball game. They lead it 7-0 here at House Park. We'll be right back after these messages. Stay tuned. You're watching Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports. We're back here at House Park. 5:57 to play here in the first quarter. Eastview just scored their first touchdown of the night on their first offensive possession of the ball game. A 44-yard pass from Peyton Adams to Charles Ross for the touchdown. And the Patriots now lead it 7-0 here in round 1 of the playoffs against the McCallum Knights. Emilio Vargas set to kick the ball away, and he does. Kickoff will be taken at about the 17-yard line by McCallum. McCallum making it to the 25-yard line, to about the 27, and viciously brought down by Logan Williams is the returnee. Who we do not have listed on our roster. But the Patriots, with some great special teams play, McCallum will set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. And we'll see how McCallum will respond to trailing in this ballgame for the first time. If you're just tuning in, both teams have had one offensive possession so far. McCallum had a turnover on downs after converting 1 4th down. They couldn't convert the second. And this will be 1st and 10. Jackson Rosales hands the ball off to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is pretty much gang tackled at about the 26-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. Looks like he might have gained a yard, and he did. It'll be 2nd and 9, McCallum.
Number 8, Brock Fanning on the last carry. Good for a 1-yard gain.
Second and 9, McCallum comes out in the gun. 2 wide receivers to both the left and the right. Rosales takes the snap, drops back, looks left, throws left. And the ball sails out of bounds. Pass was intended for one of the wide receivers. Great defensive coverage by Michael Sedgwick, as it was man-on-man coverage, and quarterback Rosales just kind of threw it out of bounds, thinking if my wide receiver can't jump up and make the catch, no one's going to be able to catch this ball. So this will bring up 3rd and 9. Ball on the McCallum 27. Clock is stopped with 5:11 to play here in the first. Eastview leads 7-0. Knights in the shotgun formation. Rosales takes the snap. Eastview shows blitz, and they're coming after Rosales. Rosales has to scramble to the left side. He throws the ball away. Actually, it's nearly caught. Did he make the catch? The referee said the catch was made in bounds. Wow. So that was caught at about the 34-yard line. Coach Feacock is arguing with the referee, saying that the wide receiver was out of bounds. If this catch is in bounds, it'll be 1 yard short of the first down. And now the referees, after some discussion, have ruled that it was out of bounds, and that catch will result in an incompletion and 4th down for the Knights. 4th down and 9 as McCallum was ready to go for it on 4th and 1. Instead, they're facing a 4th and 9, and they'll send out their punting unit.
Austin High 7, Vandergrift 0.
Michael Sedgwick and Charles Ross are both back deep at about the 37-yard line to return this punt. By the McCallum Knights. And the punt is away. It's a high punt. Not a lot of distance, but it does have the hang time. It takes a McCallum bounce to the 40. Will not be returned by the Patriots. And the McCallum Knights will down it at the Eastview 36-yard line. So that is where the Patriots will set up shop for their second offensive possession of the ball game, leading 7-0 here, 4:52 to play in the first.
The 36-yard line of the Patriots, where they will have it first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Patriots. Ball on their own 36-yard line. Peyton Adams in the gun, takes the snap, steps up into the pocket, throws over the middle. It is caught at the McCallum 45-yard line by Jerry Barone. And Jerry Barone picks up a huge first down play.
Well, Travis, that was a bullet off the hand of Peyton Adams, and he hits his target solidly in the chest. You heard the thud of that football hit the front of his shoulder pads.
That's a 22-yard gain for the Patriots. It's 1st and 10. Adams takes the snap. He scrambles out to the right side, and Adams makes it to the 44-yard line, 44-yard line before being tackled.
By Adams. Tackled by number 32, Xavier Hudson.
Xavier Hudson making the tackle for the McCallum Knights. This will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. No gain on that quarterback scramble. Adams comes out in the gun. All wide receivers bunched up at the line of scrimmage. And it's a sweep to Charles Ross to the left side. Ross has a blocker. Ross makes his way to the 40, to the 35, and it's brought down at about the 34-yard line. Ross just about a yard or two shy of the first down marker. This will bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 2 officially. The ball is on the McCallum 36-yard line, so the Patriots only need to get 2 yards to convert this 3rd down. Adams in the gun, takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He rushes up to the middle, sidesteps a defender to the left side, and Adams wrapped up, but he's able to use his height to fall backwards and pick up the first down for the Patriots. A 4-yard gain for Peyton Adams on that quarterback keeper. Moves the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 from the McCallum 32. Eastview leads 7-0. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to play here in the first. Adams in the gun on 1st and 10. Adams fakes a handoff, throws left, caught by Michael Sedgwick at the 25-yard line. Michael Sedgwick rushes out of bounds at about the 20.
Pass completed from quarterback Peyton Adams to number 6, Michael Sedgwick.
And Michael Sedgwick ran out of bounds a yard short of the first down marker, but he did pick up 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 Patriots. Ball on the McCallum 23-yard line. Adams now under center in the ace formation. Hands the ball off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rushes. It's a misdirection, and Isaiah Quentin Jackson makes his way to the 10-yard line before being brought down. However, a flag well behind the line of scrimmage from the back line judge might negate this great run by Isaiah Quentin Jackson.
And they're walking it back, so probably a holding call.
A very late flag, but a great misdirection by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. He started out right, running to the right, sidestepped a defender, and switched to the left.
Number 77. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Remain 2nd down.
Holding call on Austin Kane, the sophomore. Clock will temporarily stop with 2:56 to play here in the first quarter. Eastview leading 7-0 here at House Park.
Bring up a 2nd and 11 for the Patriots.
So with the 10-yard penalty, it's 2nd down and 11. Line of scrimmage has moved back to the McCallum 33-yard line. So the Patriots need to make it to the McCallum 22 to pick up the first down. Adams on 2nd and 11 will send Isaiah Quentin Jackson in motion from left to right. Adams takes the snap, drops back. It's a screen pass that is intercepted at the line of scrimmage, making his way to the 50 and being brought down. First turnover of the game for either side. Charlie Posada making the interception of Peyton Adams. And he brings it all the way to the 50, so McCallum will prematurely end the Patriots' second offensive possession of the ballgame just as they were driving, and that's not what you want to happen if you're a Patriots fan.
No, definitely not, and it was a designed screen pass, and Peyton just threw it low, and that lineman was able to get his hands on it and make the interception.
1st and 10, McCallum at the 50-yard line. Rosales keeps it himself. He scrambles up the middle, gains maybe 4 yards. He's tackled at about the Eastview 46-yard line.
Tackled by number 3, Obacheri.
Tyreek Styles Obacheri making the tackle for the Patriots.
Tackled by number 33.
Sorry, Thomas Thornburg making the tackle.
Brings up a second
Number
and
33, not number 3. This will be 2nd and 7, so a 3-yard gain for Rosales on that last scramble. Ball on the Eastview 47-yard line. Rosales takes the snap, throws right. It's a screen pass caught at the 50-yard line to the 45 to the 40, running along the sideline. A flag comes out, pushed out of bounds.
It's going to be a block in the back by McCallum. This should be a spot foul.
Pass completion to number 4, Rodriguez. However,
it was a screen pass to the running back Rodriguez to the right side. He ran along the sideline. Now, if this play...
There's no foul on the play.
All right, well, they're rolling no foul. The Patriots fans are not quite thrilled about that call.
8-yard pickup.
But it's enough for a first down for the Knights.
And McCallum Knight, first down.
They will have a 1st and 10 from the Eastview 39-yard line. As we are under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Clock will temporarily stop with 1:51 to play in the first. Eastview leading 7-0. McCallum looking to get on the board for the first time following this interception of Peyton Adams. Rosales has 3 wide receivers to his right. He sends one in motion from right to left. Rosales takes the snap, hands off to the running back Rodriguez. Rodriguez tries to run up the middle. He's got maybe 2 yards on that carry. Thomas Thornburg making the very quick tackle of Rodriguez. This will bring up 2nd down Knights.
Good for a 2-yard gain before being tackled by number 33.
Officially a 2-yard gain, so it'll be 2nd down.
It's a 1-yard gain.
Oh, scoreboard says it was 2.
Yeah, but look where the
scoreboard
ref is standing.
All right.
It's a 1 yard. 2nd down and 9.
Well, we'll call it 2nd down and 9. McCallum in the gun from the Eastview 38-yard line. Rosales takes the snap, keeps it himself. He scrambles up the middle, makes it to about the 33-yard line before being tackled. Thomas Thornburg on the tackle again.
5-yard gain by quarterback Rosales.
As this will bring up 3rd and 4 for the Knights. And we are under a minute left to play here and counting here in the first. Eastview leading 7-0. And their defense needs to hold on this 3rd and 4 right here. Rosales for the Knights in the gun. 2 receivers to his left. Rosales takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, rushing up the middle. Makes it to the 30-yard line, spins around, tackled just short of the 25-yard line at about the 26-yard line. So Rosales picks up 7 yards. He only needed 4, so that'll move the chains for the Knights. They convert a 3rd down, and they've got about 30 seconds to work with here before the end of the first quarter. Looks like the Knights are taking their time. There's about a 3-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. So McCallum will get one final play before the end of the first quarter. Rosales in the gun, 2 receivers to his right. And McCallum looks to have called a timeout here. Indeed, they did. 10 seconds remaining in the first. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Eastview leading 7-0. 10 seconds remaining here in the first. We want to take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports. We want to take this time to remind you that this broadcast is brought to you in part by Georgetown Jewelry. Call Georgetown Jewelry to order your holiday jewelry gift for Christmas, or come by and experience their one-of-a-kind customer service in their clean showroom. Georgetown Jewelry offers a great variety of estate jewelry, fine jewelry, and mini silver items as well. Check them out at 3010 Williams Drive. That's 3010 Williams Drive. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day except for Sunday. That's Georgetown Jewelry. Thank you so much, Georgetown Jewelry, for everything you do for Eastview High School, Eastview Patriot Athletics, and all of us here at SHN Sports. 10 seconds to play here in the first. McCallum, 1st and 10 from the Eastview 27. Rosales comes out in the gun, sends a wide receiver in motion from right to left, and it's going to be a handoff to the back. Rodriguez making his way, gains about a yard, and is just pretty much just lost his forward progression there, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Justin Nizer on the tackle there for the Patriots, but that'll do it for the first. We'll take a brief commercial break here. When we return, we will see if McCallum can tie this ball game up. After one, the Patriots lead at 7-0. You're watching Eastview Patriot football here on SHN Sports.
This broadcast on SHN Sports is brought to you in part by our bank. You belong here. We take the time to listen to you and your financial needs and desires in order to help you create unique solutions that will help you achieve those goals. Ideal Signs. Looking for something extra to get your business noticed? Ideal Signs specializes in custom signage and large digital format printing. Visit signsforsports.com. These broadcasts on SHN Sports are made possible by advertisers like these. If you would like to promote your business while also making an impact in the community, email Carl at shnsports.com for more information about advertising opportunities.
Welcome back, everyone, as we're set to get the second quarter underway. McCallum driving, and Eastview needing to get a stop right here, Travis.
Second down and 9 for the Knights as we've switched sides. McCallum now going from left to right. Eastview going from right to left. And Rosales will keep it on second down. And he doesn't get a lot on that carry. He might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage on that keeper. Isaiah Quentin Jackson making the tackle for the Patriots. This will bring up 3rd down and 8. 3rd down and 8 for McCallum. They've converted a 4th down, and they've converted a 3rd down as well so far in the first quarter. Trailing 7-0. And now Rosales in the gun. Everyone bunched up at the line. It's a handoff to Rodriguez. Rodriguez brought down in the backfield by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Isaiah Quentin Jackson making the tackle at about the 29-yard line. That'll be a loss of about 3 yards. Brings up 4th down and 11. And we'll see if McCallum goes for it as they are on the Eastview 28-yard line. And McCallum will indeed go for it on 4th down. They've converted 1 4th down. They turned it over on downs on their last 4th down. McCallum in the gun. Rosales takes a snap, looks left, throws left, man on man. It is intercepted by Michael Sedgwick at the 10-yard line. Michael Sedgwick to the 30, to the 40, to the 50, and Michael Sedgwick brought down after crossing the 50. But Michael Sedgwick evens up the turnover battle. However, a late flag all the way back at the 25-yard line. We'll see what that's about, but the interception should stand at least. We'll see what this penalty is all about, but man, what a great momentum boost for the Patriots defense. Leading 7-0 here early in the second quarter. 10:35 to play before halftime.
Yeah, it should be a spot foul. Most likely it's a block in the back by the Patriots.
Either that or a hold would be my first guess. But Michael Sedgwick, he intercepted that pass at about the 10-yard line, just turned on the jets and ran across the sideline, made his way to the 50 before being brought down.
I don't know. They're walking that ball back up to the middle of the field.
After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 15. Number 4. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, and it still will be Eastview's ball, first down.
So the interception will count. They're calling that penalty on Tyler Wagner, unsportsmanlike conduct. So Eastview will have a 15-yard penalty, and they'll set up shop at their own 35-yard line following the Michael Sedgwick interception. Difference of 15 yards here. But the Patriots have a 1st and 10. as they look to expand on their 7-0 lead here over the Knights. Adams in the gun, 2 wide receivers to the left. He hands the ball off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rushes up the middle. Isaiah Quentin Jackson gains about 4 before being tackled. Tackled just shy of the 40-yard line. This will bring up 2nd and 6. Correction, 2nd and 7. So 3-yard gain on that run by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Patriots now going from right to left. Adams comes out in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his right on the short side of the field. And a flag comes out just as the ball is snapped. Adams throws. The pass flies through the hands of the intended receiver, Tyreek Styles Obasheri, and sails out of bounds. But we need to see what this flag is about. It looks like a false start. As Coach Feacock talking with the referee about the penalty. And it looks to be a hold. Either a hold or a false start. We're waiting the official word. They're talking things over with the McCallum coaching staff right now. Penalty will be declined.
Typical formation. Pitch. 5 in the backfield. Penalty declined. Result of the play is a 3rd down.
So too many men in the backfield, illegal formation. The penalty is declined, so this will be 3rd down and 7 Patriots. The ball will be at their own 38-yard line. Following the penalty. And a timeout called by the Patriots. 2nd timeout of the half. And we'll take this timeout with them. 9:51 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Eastview leads 7-0. They're facing a 3rd and 7. We'll see what happens after this. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports.
You know, some people only talk about social distancing like it's a bad thing. But as the day tripper traveling all over Texas, and with a Don Hewlett truck or SUV to take me anywhere I want to go, social distancing isn't really that bad at all. So, how far away is your Don Hewlett Chevrolet going to take you? Find new roads in Georgetown and at donhewlett.com. Don Hewlett, Texas True.
We're back here at House Park, where after the timeout, Eastview is facing a 3rd down and 7. 9:51 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Eastview leads 7-0. Here at beautiful House Park, which, according to my conversation with the AISD officials this week, they're about to start renovating in the offseason. As Adams on 3rd and 7 takes the snap, drops back, throws, caught, no, falls incomplete. The pass was intended for Isaiah Quentin Jackson at the 40-yard line. Just kind of bounced off of his hands. It was a bit of a high pass. Falls incomplete, and now the Patriots facing a 4th and 7 deep in their own territory at their own 38-yard line. They will send the punting unit out.
Now, it's not unlike Eastview to pull a little trickery out, and Charles Ross has definitely done a fake punt before and got some big yardage.
Ross will punt the ball away, however. It's a short punt, but it does have a lot of distance. It will take a lot of Patriots bounces and ultimately stop at the McCallum 9-yard line. So that is where the ball will be downed by the Patriots, and the Knights will now be in the shadows of their own goalpost. It'll be 1st and 10 Knights from their own 9-yard line. If you're just tuning in, the Patriots have scored the only touchdown of the ball game. They lead 7-0 here in the 2nd quarter. That lone touchdown being a 44-yard touchdown catch by Charles Ross from Peyton Adams. 1 interception thrown by Peyton Adams, and then on the ensuing drive on 4th down, McCallum threw an interception to Michael Sedgwick. So both teams have 1 turnover apiece. As quarterback Jackson Rosales comes back out for the McCallum Knights, 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line. Rosales takes the snap, throws left. The pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage, but still caught at the 10-yard line by one of the tight ends. A flag, however, just as the ball was being thrown, came out.
Offsides on Eastview.
However, there is a flag on the play.
Kind of a late flag.
Came out just as the ball was being thrown. Someone got a hand on that pass at the line of scrimmage.
Defense number 20. The 5-yard penalty for the previous
Yeah,
play.
that was
Replay first down.
Alessandro Perez.
So this will be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 5 for the Knights. Ball on their own 14-yard line. McCallum in the gun. Rosales takes the snap. He's going to scramble to the left side, and he makes his way to the 20-yard line. So a gain of 6 will move the chains for the Knights. Tackled by Justin Nizer, but Rosales moves the chains and picks up a first down for the Knights. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Just enough for McCallum Knight. First down.
First and 10, McCallum. Rosales in the gun, 2 running backs, flanking both sides of him. And it's going to be a sweep to the running back on the right, who gains about 2 on a carry. Tackle made by Tyler Wagner.
52, Mac Howard. Also in on the tackle, number 4, Tyler Wagner.
So this will bring up 2nd and 7 for the Knights. Ball on their own 23-yard line. Rosales in the gun. 2 wide receivers to his right. Rosales is going to keep it himself on the snap, and he has nowhere to go. He's tackled just short of the 25-yard line. Isaiah Quentin Jackson picks up the ball, but the referees are blowing the play dead and telling Quentin Jackson to come back.
Rosales on the keeper. Takes the ball out to the 25-yard line.
Rosales lost his helmet, so he is going to have to get off the field for at least one play.
A 3rd and 5 for the Knights.
So that's a gain of 2, setting up 3rd and 5 for the Knights at their own 25-yard line. They need to make it to the 30 for the first down.
Number 14, Sam
And they're without their quarterback.
Rosales.
Sam Stevens coming out at quarterback for the Knights in the gun. Stevens takes the snap, hands the ball off to the running back Rodriguez, who is swallowed up in the backfield at the 20-yard line. Alessandro Perez making the tackle after some great penetration. A loss of yardage, loss of 4 officially brings up 4th and 9 for the Knights, and they'll have to punt it away.
Tackle made by number 33, Thornburg.
So great defensive pressure there by the Patriots. Michael Sedgwick and Charles Ross both back to return this punt at the 50-yard line. McCallum will be punting this ball away from about the 10-yard line. Line of scrimmage is at the 21-yard line. Punt is up. It's got some distance and some hang time. Michael Sedgwick calls for the fair catch. He makes it at the McCallum 49-yard line. And that is where the Patriots will set up shop. 7:09 to play here before halftime. Eastview leads 7-0. And Eastview, I think, at least their fans from what we were hearing before, they were expecting Eastview to have a couple more touchdowns at this point in the ball game. But McCallum has proven to be quite the formidable foe.
Well, you've got a turnover to stop one, and then they were able to get a stop previously and keep Eastview off the field.
1st and 10, ball at the McCallum 49. Peyton Adams throws left, caught at the 45-yard line. This is Jerry Barone making his way to the 35, to the 30, still on his feet, spinning around, tackled at the 25-yard line. Jerry Barone making it look easy, picking up a first down for the Patriots on 1st and 10.
Flashing some footwork right there, breaking out a couple of tackles.
24-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10, and it's a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rushes all the way to the right side into the end zone for a touchdown. 26 yards, Isaiah Quentin Jackson. The Patriots lead 13-0, pending the PAT. No flags on that play.
In to kick the extra point, number 13, Vargas.
So Emilio Vargas will come out to attempt the PAT. Isaiah Quentin Jackson scoring his first rushing touchdown of the night. Vargas out to attempt the PAT. His kick is up, and it is good. So just like that, 2 plays, 49 yards for the Eastview Patriots. They lead it 14-0 over the McCallum Knights. 6:47 to play here in the second quarter. We'll take a brief commercial break. We'll have McCallum's response to Eastview going up by 2 scores right after this. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports.
You're ready for the future?
And the future is full of possibilities.
Because your dream home
is right around the corner.
If you're ready for the next step,
or 2,
or 3,
we can help. At our bank, we're ready to help you open doors to your future.
Our mortgage team is here and ready to begin your next step.
Doing the right things for the right reasons.
Welcome to our bank.
You belong here.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to House Park, where your Eastview Patriots have extended their lead 14-0 over the McCallum Knights on the fleet feet of Isaiah Quentin Jackson.
Eastview making it look easy on that drive. 2 plays for 49 yards. First, a pass to Jerry Barone for 24 yards, and then the remaining 25 go to Isaiah Quentin Jackson on the ground. And Eastview has a 14-0 lead here in round 1 of the playoffs in downtown Austin at House Park. Emilio Vargas will kick this ball away. It'll be caught at the 10-yard line and returned to the 20-yard line. Tackled at the 22-yard line is the ball carrier. And a late flag comes out. I believe that's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty because the return man spiked the ball upon getting up from his tackle. And that's something you just can't do.
McCallum getting away with some holds out there as well.
It's a 12-yard return for number 42, Jake Hissey.
Jake Hissey on the return.
There is a flag at the end of the play.
We're still waiting to hear about that flag. Eastview leads 14-0, 6:40 to play here in the second before halftime.
After the play, dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct number 42, the receiving team, for spiking the ball. That play will be half the line. First down, McCallum. That is number 42's first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty of the contest.
So an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Jake Hissey for spiking the ball. It will move the Knights back a couple of yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Rosales back out at quarterback after losing his helmet on the last series. And he hands the ball off to Rodriguez, the running back. Rodriguez makes his way to the 15, barrels his way, pushes his way to about the 20. And brought down by Hector Gutierrez.
Brings up a 2nd and 3.
7-yard gain for the Knights brings up 2nd and 3. Ball on their own 19-yard line.
Last tackle was made by number 28, Hector Gutierrez.
Knights in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the left here on 2nd and 3. Rosales takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself rushing up the middle, but he runs into Alessandro Perez. Has nowhere to go on that play. He might have lost a couple of yards, maybe 2 yards on that carry. And this will bring up 3rd down for the Knights. Officially a 2-yard loss. Justin Nizer making the tackle there. I thought it was Alessandro Perez. I saw the 0. I didn't see the 8. I thought I saw a 5. So this will be 3rd down and 5 for the Knights. Ball on their own 18-yard line. Rosales has converted quite a few 3rd downs already in this ball game, and he hands the ball off to Rodriguez. No, it's a fake handoff, and Rosales keeps it. He's tackled just shy of the 25-yard line at about the 23-yard line. And Rosales needed to get 5 yards.
Now the Patriots had him in the backfield. He was able to break loose and pick up the 1st down.
It looked like one of the defensive linemen had to kind of adjust his arm to avoid getting called for a face mask. But nevertheless, 1st and 10 for the Knights. They moved the chains on 3rd down. 1st and 10 from their own 23. Rosales in the gun. 2 receivers on both sides. Rosales scrambles out to the left side, or right side under pressure. He throws. It is caught at the 30-yard line and instantly tackled by Thomas Thornburg is the receiver.
pass from quarterback Rosales to number 19, Nate Davidson. Is good.
Nate Davidson making the catch for the Knights. Thomas Thornburg making the tackle. 8-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 2 for the Knights. Ball on their own 31-yard line. Second and 2, Knights. Rosales in the gun, takes the snap, hands the ball off to the running back, Rodriguez, who is tackled almost instantly at the 31-yard line.
Ball carrier Rodriguez, good for a 1-yard gain.
1-yard gain on the carry for Rodriguez. Tackle was made by Aaron Olegay. And this will be 3rd and 1, Knights. Ball on their own 32-yard line. Rosales in the gun. Eastview showing blitz. Rosales will keep it himself, and I believe he picked up the first down. Might have gained 2 yards when he only needed 1. We'll see, though. From our vantage point, it looks like he made it at least, but we'll see where the referees spot the ball. And they will move the chains. So Rosales needed 1 yard. The referees say he did get 2.
Carries the ball just past.
So this will be a 1st and 10 from McCallum's own 33-yard line.
First down.
As we've 3.5 minutes remain here before halftime. Patriots lead 14-0. McCallum has been chewing quite a bit of clock on this drive. 1st and 10 Knights. Rosales out in the gun. Rosales takes the snap, rolls out to the left side, looking for someone to throw to, can't find anybody. He keeps it himself and is tackled just shy of the 40-yard line by Vance Hurd. 5-yard gain by Jackson Rosales brings up 2nd and 5 for the Knights. Ball on their own 38-yard line. Vance Hurd will come off of the field after making that tackle, as will Alessandro Perez.
2nd and 5 for the Knights.
2nd and 5 for the Knights as the clock continues to tick. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play here before halftime. Patriots leading 14-0. Knights. Rosales in the gun, takes the snap. He keeps it himself and is tackled just about at the original line of scrimmage. On the tackle was Justin Nizer. They're going to say no gain on that quarterback scramble, so this will be 3rd down and 5 for the Knights. Just over 2 minutes to play here, about 2 minutes, 10 seconds to play here before halftime. McCallum converted their last 3rd down. Patriots need a stop here, leading 14-0. And the Patriots are going to be called for offsides. Isaiah Quentin Jackson jumping offsides, but he's arguing with the referee saying that one of the Knights linemen jumped first. However, the Knights will be the ones to move ahead.
And that'll give them the first down.
Offside. Defense number 24. Innovated the quarterback. Result of the penalty will be a first down.
Isaiah Quentin Jackson thought he saw movement, and looks like Eastview was showing blitz on that play as well. So anytime you're up there, you have to make sure the timing is absolutely perfect. Otherwise, that's the result. An offsides penalty. This will be 1st and 10 Knights from their own 43-yard line. Minute 45 to play here before halftime. Patriots leading 14-0. Rosales in the gun, takes the snap, hands the ball off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez rushes up the middle and is tackled after crossing the 45-yard line. Tackled at about the 47-yard line.
Tackle was made by number 24.
Isaiah Quentin Jackson on the tackle for the Patriots.
That was a 4-yard gain on the play.
4-yard gain for Rodriguez brings up 2nd and 6 Knights. Ball on their own 47-yard line as they approach midfield. Rosales takes the snap, looks right, throws right, has a man, falls incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, but double coverage and great defensive coverage by Tyreek Styles Obasher and Cade Elkins.
That was a great throw by Rosales. It was over the shoulders and through the hands of the receiver. So he threw it over the top of the 2 defenders as he threw into coverage. The receiver just not able to hang on to it.
This will bring up 3rd and 6 for the Knights. The clock will stop with 1:08 to play here before halftime. Patriots lead 14-0. 3rd and 6 from their own 47-yard line. McCallum comes out in the gun. And before McCallum can even get set up, Referees blow a whistle. A timeout has been called. It's by McCallum, their final timeout of this first half. We will keep it right here. 1:08 to play here from House Park. Again, we want to thank you for taking time out of your busy Friday night to join us here on SHN Sports for this very special playoff edition of Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry. I'm Travis Banks, joined alongside Mr. Michael Francis.
It is a great night for football, Travis. Anytime you get into the playoffs, you make it to this level, it's one and done. If you don't win, your season's done, and Eastview looking to extend their season. 1-0.
And this is Eastview's third consecutive year making the playoffs.
Last year they had the disappointing loss to Kerrville-Tivy at Kerrville in the by-district round.
2 years ago, a first-round loss as well. As on 3rd and 6, Rosales takes the snap, and he is swallowed up in the backfield all the way back at the 42-yard line. A loss of 5. That was Alessandro Perez making the sack.
Waiting for him to set the yard marker, and it looks like it's
made by number 50, Justin Naser, for a quarterback sack. Brings up a 4th and 10.
So this will be 4th down Knights from their own 43-yard line. They've got exactly a minute to play before halftime. I believe a timeout was called, I think, by Eastview. Eastview has 1 timeout remaining. McCallum used all 3 of their timeouts here in the first half. So the Patriots, after this punt, will have a minute to work with. They sent Charles Ross and Michael Sedgwick back to return this punt. Sedgwick at the 35-yard line. Ross at the 30. And the punt is going to be made. It's going to sail out of bounds at about the Eastview 40. So a return will not be made. But the Patriots now will set up shop with 53 seconds to go here before halftime, leading 14-0, and looking to extend that lead before halftime.
Well, we've already seen Peyton Adams take a deep shot down the field to score the first touchdown of the game, and it wouldn't be unlike Eastview to do the same thing here.
1st and 10, ball on the Patriots' own 38-yard line. Adams in the gun, takes the snap, drops back, steps up into the pocket, and throws. It's caught by Isaiah Quentin Jackson to the 43-yard line. Quentin Jackson makes his way to the McCallum 40-yard line and is shoved out of bounds all the way at the McCallum 35-yard line. Isaiah Quentin Jackson with a huge first down play on that screen pass.
From quarterback Adams to number 24, Quentin Jackson.
And so the clock will continue to tick, 40 seconds and counting for the Patriots. They go hurry up. Adams on 1st and 10. Ball on the McCallum 36-yard line. Adams takes the snap, drops back, looks left, throws over the middle. He had Tyreek Styles-Obasherry, and Tyreek Styles-Obasherry took a huge hit.
He's going to get called for sparing, or not sparing, but targeting. He's probably ejected from the game as he laid Obasherry out.
Obasherry took that hit right under the chin. It was shoulder pad to chin, and
the crown of the helmet to the face mask of Obasherry.
Give Tyreek a little bit of credit, though. I mean, he got right
back
up.
up.
It didn't seem to faze him at all.
So he took a shot.
I think the question here will be, did that defender leave his feet?
Well, I don't think it's not about leaving his feet. It's about leading with the crown of his helmet.
Targeting, number 42 of the defense. The 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down. Number 42 has been disqualified.
So that McCallum player, number 43 on defense.
42.
42, I'm sorry. I think that's Jake Hissey. I will double check. It is indeed, and he will be ejected from the ball game.
Now, with the new rules in place, the player does not have to leave the stadium. You know, in previous years, you had to leave. You had to get off the sidelines and could no longer be a part. But they have removed that rule this year.
So after that penalty, it'll be 1st and 10 Patriots from the McCallum 21-yard line. 27 seconds to play here before halftime. Adams on 1st and 10 takes the snap, looks left, throws into the end zone. Caught by Jerry Barone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Patriots. 21 yards, Jerry Barone. Adams' second touchdown pass of the evening, his first to Jerry Barone. And the Patriots take a 20-0 lead here, 19 seconds before halftime, pending Emilio Vargas' PAT attempt. Vargas out. His kick is up. And it is good. So 19 seconds to play here before halftime. Patriots take a 21-0 lead over the McCallum Knights. That's exactly what you want to see from the Patriots before halftime. We'll keep it right here during this brief intermission. But, Michael, Patriots making it look easy following a targeting penalty on a pass attempt to Tyreek Styles-Obasheri. Jake Hissey of McCallum called for targeting, ejected from the game. And one play later, 21 yards, Patriots take a 3-score lead.
Well, we've seen it all season long, Travis. When the offense gets in a rhythm, they are hard to stop, and they can put the ball in the end zone on any given play at that point. You saw a nice throw from Peyton Adams and a nice catch by Jerry Barone. And to hang on to that pass as he's going down, because it was a leaping catch and up over his head, and he was able to keep the ball in his hands as he went to the ground.
Just goes to show you this 2 weeks that the Patriots have had to practice and get their chemistry down, and that's just good quarterback and wide receiver chemistry right there. Perfectly thrown ball right to where the receiver was. Receiver knew what he had to do to make the touchdown catch, as the kickoff is taken at the 10-yard line and taken to the 30, just shy of the 30. Vicious hit. You might have heard that smack. Tackle made by Jet Vaughn. And now following that return, the Knights will have a 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line, and they'll have 11 seconds to work with here before halftime. The Patriots lead 21-0. Winner of this game will move on to the second round of the playoffs. We'll have more information about that probably tomorrow morning. You can follow Coach Fekoch on Twitter, as on 1st and 10, it's going to be a triple option, a fumble-rooski type play by the McCallum Knights. But nothing doing on that carry. That was Rodriguez ultimately taking the carry, tackled after about a 1, maybe 2-yard gain. And that'll do it for the first half. The Patriots will take a commanding 21-0 lead into the locker room as they look to advance to the second round of the playoffs for the first time under Coach Fekoch. We'll take a brief commercial break here, and when we return, we'll have a bit of a halftime analysis. Stay tuned. You're listening to Eastview Patriot Football here on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
Hey, it's Chip from Hewlett Volkswagen. It's that time of year for fall, football, and family. And our family has been making it easy on your family for almost 20 years, like with our new Express online shopping tool, where you can find the perfect Volkswagen fit for your life and budget. This month, save $3,600 on a new 2020 Jetta S. You can drive away in a brand new Volkswagen for under $20,000. We have a lot to choose from. Hewlett Volkswagen, off I-35 in Westinghouse, or see for yourself at hewlettvw.com.
At our bank, we believe in doing the right things for the right reasons. For our families, our communities, our future, just like you do. We believe the right thing is more than just a handshake or a promise. It's a relationship. guided by honesty and integrity. How can our bank help you?
Thank you for calling our bank. This is Jenny. How can I help you?
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Many of us yearn for the glory of the field, to quarterback our team to victory, to catch the game-winning touchdown. But sadly, playing football is hard. What's not hard is getting a great deal on a Chevrolet from Don Hewlett. It's okay, fella. Everyone's a winner at Don Hewlett, but you still stink at football. Find new roads in Georgetown and at donhewlett.com. Don Hewlett, Texas True.
This broadcast on SHN Sports is brought to you in part by our bank. You belong here. We take the time to listen to you and your financial needs and desires in order to help you create unique solutions that will help you achieve those goals. Ideal Signs. Looking for something extra to get your business noticed? Ideal Signs specializes in custom signage and large digital format printing. Visit signsforsports.com. These broadcasts on SHN Sports are made possible by advertisers like these. If you would like to promote your business while also making an impact in the community, email Carl at shnsports.com for more information about advertising opportunities.
Welcome back to House Park, where your Eastview Patriots are leading the McCallum Knights 21-0 at halftime here in the by-district round of the playoffs. Travis, what an exciting first half. You know, I had some miscues, but Eastview has stepped up. They've made some changes and have put the ball in the end zone 3 times.
It's been a bit of a back-and-forth game for the most part. Eastview has only recently started to pull away here late in the second quarter. But, yeah, just a brief scoring summary here. The only score of the first quarter, Charles Ross getting into the end zone from 44 yards out. A great pass from Peyton Adams for about 30 yards. 10 yards after the catch for Charles Ross. Made it in the end zone. Patriots led 7-0. One interception thrown by Peyton Adams. One interception thrown by McCallum's quarterback, Jackson Rosales. And then that led to the next Eastview score. Isaiah Quentin Jackson on the ground from 26 yards out, about midway through the second. And then finally, just before halftime, the 21-yard touchdown catch by Jerry Barone gives you your 21-0 lead here that the Patriots have at halftime. Patriots have performed very well for the most part on defense and offense, so you can tell that Coach Feacock was really working these kids over these previous 2 weeks, the bye weeks, and the Patriots not really showing any signs of rust or layoff or anything. You know, one of those bye weeks took place over the Thanksgiving holiday. We all know that Thanksgiving is all about eating as much food as humanly possible.
Right.
Especially high school kids who can put down probably an entire Thanksgiving turkey themselves.
So we've got some halftime scores from around the area. At the half, Round Rock and Lake Travis are tied up at 14. Also at the half, Vandergrift leads Austin 17-14. In the second quarter, Liberty Hill leads Glenn 7-0. In the second quarter, Rouse 39, Northeast 0. In the second quarter also, you have Westlake 10, Cedar Ridge 0. Hayes 13, Vista Ridge 0. Smithson Valley in the first, 3-0 over Reagan. In the first, Argyle 7, Canyon 0. In the second, Cedar Park 37, San Antonio Vets Memorial 6. Now, Cedar Park, probably one of your better teams in the state, if not the area. You've got some great teams in the Central Texas area with Westlake, Lake Travis, Round Rock, Cedar Park. Rouse is doing well. Eastview, Liberty Hill. Got some great football here in the Austin, Central Texas area, Travis.
Indeed. And it's pretty interesting seeing how many powerhouses that have been being built up the last couple of years here in the Austin area. Typically, you look at some of these, the teams that make the finals, they're all those monstrous teams from the Dallas and Houston areas. But Austin area has been putting together some pretty formidable football teams over the last couple of years, and they're posing some challenges to these larger city schools out in the suburbs of Houston and Dallas.
They really are, and we can't forget, I believe Georgetown plays tomorrow. So football will be going on at SHN Sports as our Georgetown crew will cover that game. And you can listen to it on shnsports.com, or you can go to their YouTube channel. And while you're there, please click subscribe and support Georgetown Eastview and Georgetown Eagle football.
Speaking of Eastview, for those who have not been keeping up with the basketball squad, I've been broadcasting the last couple of games for the Patriots boys basketball team. Both the boys and the girls will be in action this coming Tuesday night here on SHN Sports. I will be broadcasting the boys game. That tip-off is against Georgetown. That will be tip-off is currently scheduled for 8 p.m., I believe. And I believe it's going to be Wally Harmon on the call of the girls game. So both of those games currently scheduled for Tuesday night at 8 p.m. here on SHN Sports. The Eastview Patriot boys basketball team has been having a bit of an up-and-down year, but they've evened out their record here just before the start of district play and Christmas break. So exciting things happening in the Eastview basketball gymnasium, in addition to the football team making the playoffs. So if you are interested in more Eastview Patriots action next Tuesday night, feel free to tune into any of those basketball broadcasts as well.
So we're going to take a moment. Travis has our UIL spots that we're obligated to play. He's going to cue those up for us, and we'll get those out of the way for the game, and then we'll be back with you here shortly. We want to thank you for tuning in and listening to Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association. This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
School sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So To stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Texas did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Welcome back as we have some more scores, some updated, and we want to thank Mike Barnes for providing these scores. His Twitter account at Mike Barnes Media. At the half, Brenham 14, Marble Falls 10. In the second quarter, LBJ 14. Lindale nothing, and I believe, Travis, that is in the regional round of the playoffs as they are in the 4A classification. In the second, Carthage 14, Wimberley nothing. Westlake 17, Cedar Ridge nothing. In the second, Reagan 7, Smithson Valley 3. The winner plays the winner of Westlake versus Cedar Park. Here's an updated score on the Rouse game. Rouse 45, Northeast nothing. This is in the second quarter. Rouse is 14 points away from the school record of 59 points in a playoff game. So that is your football action here on Friday. Thank you, Mike Barnes, for those scores.
I know we've talked about this throughout the season, but man, Mike Barnes just such a great Twitter follow, and just for not only scores as they're going on, but just little interesting tidbits and facts and information that you would never know otherwise.
Right. I mean, he's a veritable cornucopia of football and sports knowledge for the Austin, Central Texas area, and he keeps up with this and shares that with us on his Twitter feed. And thank you, Mike Barnes, for doing that. You are greatly appreciated, my friend.
Just about a little under 12 minutes remaining here in halftime at House Park. Eastview Patriots lead the McCallum Knights 21-0 as the Patriots look to advance to the second round of the playoffs for the first time under Coach Feacoch.
Well, AISD not allowing bands here tonight. Neither school has their band here at the game. They did allow McCallum to have their dance team perform during halftime, and that's about the extent of it. So, chill starting to set in the air here as our good friend David England, Captain David England of the Georgetown Fire Department, commonly known as Doppler Dave, would say. And David, if you're listening, we appreciate you, my friend. David, a big fan of Georgetown sports, not just his daughter went and graduated from Georgetown High School, but he loves both schools and is a fan of both programs.
That's the interesting thing about Georgetown and Eastview. You know, it's a crosstown rivalry, but it's more like a sibling rivalry. You have a couple of disagreements a couple times a year, but for the most part, you've got each other's backs, and you're the best of friends. I feel like that's the best way to describe the relationship between those two schools and their fan bases as well.
Right. Here's an update from Mike Barnes as a final. Texas School for the Deaf has just won a six-man state championship as they defeated Veritas 63-32. Congratulations to the Texas School for the Deaf, located here in downtown Austin, just off of South Congress. An updated score to Cedar Park. Cedar Park 51, San Antonio Vets Memorial 6. This is the 7th time Cedar Park has scored 50 points or more in a playoff game. In the second, Gilmer 21, Graham 7. Winner of that game will play the winner of Wimberley and Carthage. So got a really good crowd here tonight for Eastview. It's a good show here in the stands. Good turnout.
And a reminder that the winner of this game will go on to play the winner of the Alamo Heights. The Alamo Heights versus, what game is that? Alamo Southwest and Alamo Heights. That game currently taking place right now. Alamo Heights currently winning that game 34-0. So we would assume, actually that score went final. That was played at 6 p.m. already. So
wow.
Final score according to Max Preps, or at least it's in the fourth quarter. I don't know. We'll try to get more information on that one. Max Prep says it was a loss, and Alamo Heights did advance. So Alamo Heights will play the winner of this game between McCallum and Eastview. If this score holds, it would be Eastview versus Alamo Heights next week. Of course, more information on that broadcast will be revealed over the weekend, probably by Coach Fekoch himself on Twitter. That's where we've gotten the majority of the information. So we will retweet that on SHN's Twitter account, at SHN Sports. And as Michael mentioned already, if you are watching this broadcast at home, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and help us out there at SHN Sports. And make sure to give us a follow on Twitter at SHN Sports. Look us up on Facebook, SHN Sports. And I believe we're on Instagram as well, SHN Sports.
Well, the other thing to keep in mind, Travis, once you get beyond the by-district rounds, it's no longer a home game. You will flip for home as far as the home team is, but typically it's played in a neutral site. Now, there are coaches that are willing to gamble to play at home, but typically they're played in a neutral site. So we will find out what that will be probably later on this evening. Coaches usually try to settle that directly after the game. So we will know probably by tomorrow who, when, and where we will be playing next week.
A neutral site game between Eastview and Alamo Heights would, you'd think it would be somewhere like Bobcat Stadium at Texas State in San Marcos. Probably will be in one of the high school stadiums, though. I know Canyon High School down in New Braunfels would be a possibility. Even, I believe it's Hayes Stadium, where
Bob Shelton
Stadium, that's the name. Yeah, that would be another probably fantastic choice. About halfway between both those schools. That would be closer to Eastview than it would be to Alamo Heights, Bob Shelton. But that will, like you said, Michael, that just depends on the coaches and the coin flip. And Coach Fekoch has these Patriots in a mindset of we'll play anyone, anywhere, as the Patriots kind of enjoy being the underdogs on the road. So it would not surprise me to see the Patriots make that trip all the way down to Alamo Heights' home stadium. But again, that information should be known by about noon tomorrow afternoon. And again, stay tuned to SHN Sports for all the updates. And give Coach Fekoch a follow on Twitter as well, as we're about 5 minutes remaining here in halftime. The Eastview Patriots lead 21-0. Quick reminder that this is an audio-only broadcast due to UIL playoff rules. So unfortunately, we are unable to bring you video as we have for the entire season. And should this be the final Eastview game of the season, should McCallum make a comeback and win this ball game, advance to round 2, just want to thank all of the fans listening at home for your support this season. And making these broadcasts possible. It's been a pleasure to deliver Patriot football to you via video each and every week here for about the last 10 weeks or so. And we hope that that streak can continue, even if it is audio only, as we're looking for Eastview to make a pretty deep run in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that that's the way it is. Typically during the season, a regular non-COVID related season, Friday night games, you can't broadcast them on Friday nights. You can record the video and show the video after midnight on Saturday morning. But with the playoffs, you're not allowed to show video at all. So just because the rights are owned by agreements between the UIL and Fox Sports Southwest.
So just about 3.5 minutes remaining as both teams have made their way back onto the field for their warm-ups, end of halftime warm-ups.
Eastview dressed in their Stormtrooper white uniforms. And they're taking care of business tonight so far. And as good as Coach Feacock and his staff are at making halftime adjustments, you can look for more of the same. Probably says, guys, let's just settle down and let's not make the mistakes. Let's not make mental errors that could end up costing us. We've got control of this game. Let's just take care of business here in the second half and play Georgetown Eastview Patriot football.
An oddly warm December night here in downtown Austin. The fog is rolling in. Boy, when we were looking at those Twitter scores, Michael, I don't know if you noticed, but a bunch of people at the Liberty Hill football game tonight, currently taking place right now up in Liberty Hill, and that game is almost, unless you're on the field, you cannot see anything due to the fog.
Yeah,
and it looks like that fog is slowly creeping in here to downtown Austin.
Well, the thing with Liberty Hill, too, and as many of you may or may not be aware, they lost their head coach to a battle of cancer. And a longtime head coach there, a beloved head coach, and tragically lost his battle versus cancer just a couple of weeks ago. And Sean Clinch is another good one to follow on Twitter. Posted pictures as he went through the facility, and everything on Coach's desk was just as he left it. Nobody's moved anything on there. It's as if he had just walked away from it. And you start getting that surreal feeling when you start to see those things when somebody leaves. And he'd been coaching up till he passed away.
I think that's the most inspiring part, is that he was going through all of that and coaching at the same time. Not only coaching, but coaching his team to an undefeated record.
You're right.
As the Patriots retake the field here at House Park in the middle of downtown Austin. Temperature's dropping a little bit, but it's not going to drop too much. I believe it's going to hit about 57 degrees by the end of the game. It was about in the mid-60s at kickoff. A little humid and warm here at House Park, however, but it hasn't seemed to have affected any of these either of these teams.
Some other scores here, Travis, before we get started here. Of course, Mike Barnes mentions Alamo Heights plays the winner of Eastview and McCallum. At the half, Mercedes 20, Floresville 17. The winner of that game will play the winner of Rouse Northeast. At the half, Manville 35, Beaumont United nothing. That winner of that game will play the winner of Georgetown and Dripping Springs. And those two squads play tomorrow.
That game, of course, as we've mentioned, on SHNSports.com. As Georgetown looks to continue their success from the last couple of seasons.
They finished second in district behind Cedar Park. Eastview getting set to receive the kickoff and get things started here in the second half, as they deferred to the second half.
McCallum will be kicking this ball away. Back deep to return at the 10-yard line, Isaiah Quentin Jackson and Michael Sedgwick. They actually moved up to the 15-yard line from the 10. And we are underway here at House Park. It's a squib kick that is just barely recovered by the Patriots, but McCallum says they have it. We'll see. Okay, Eastview has it. That sailed right into the hands of Hector Gutierrez, and Gutierrez kind of bounced off of his chest. He caught it mid-air, but was able to recover that squib, or more of an onside kick, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, well, McCallum just trying to get something positive going and trying to get on the board in this game. But with that decision, if you don't win, it's a risk, and you're giving Eastview great field position at the 46.
First and 10 for the Patriots. Peyton Adams comes out in the gun and throws left, caught by Tyreek Styles-Obasheri at the 48-yard line. Obasheri makes his way to the 42-yard line and is brought down. So a gain of about 4 makes it 2nd and 6 for the Patriots. Ball on the McCallum 42-yard line. Patriots will go hurry up. Adams takes the snap, hands off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who rushes left to the 40, to the 35, gets some great blocks to the 30, to the 20, down the sideline, to the 10. Isaiah Quentin Jackson is gone into the end zone. 42 yards, no flags, touchdown, Patriots. 42 yards for Isaiah Quentin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night on the ground. Only 35 seconds into this third quarter, and the Patriots lead 27-0 pending Emilio Vargas's PAT. Vargas's kick is up, and it's good. So just like that, Patriots come out of halftime, recover a trick onside kick by McCallum, and 2 plays later make it into the end zone. Eastview leads 28-0 over McCallum. We'll take a brief commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll have McCallum's response right after this. You're listening to Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
You're ready for the future?
And the future is full of possibilities.
Because your dream home
is right around the corner.
If you're ready for the next step,
or 2,
or 3,
we can help. At our bank, we're ready to help you open doors to your future.
Our mortgage team is here and ready to begin your next step.
Doing the right things for the right reasons.
Welcome to our bank.
You belong here.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back as we're set to get things underway with just 35 seconds ticked off the clock. 11:25 remaining here in the third quarter, as Emilio Vargas gets set to kick off and get things underway. Here's Travis Banks to get you started.
This kick is taken. It's a deep kick, and it will be returned at the 15-yard line by McCallum to the 25, and making his way to the 30 is the return man, being thrown to the ground by Logan Williams.
Eastview gets away with a face mask right there, but we've seen that a couple of times tonight. And McCallum has gotten away with some horse collars and face masks.
Well, this will be McCallum's first offensive possession of this third quarter, this second half, trailing 28-0. Jackson Rosales brings his team back out in the shotgun formation. He's got trips to the left. Rosales 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line of McCallum. Rosales takes the snap, and he steps into the pocket to avoid the pressure, and he's got wide open space in front of him. He slides at about the 43-yard line. And that'll be a 12-yard gain and more than enough to move the chains for the Knights.
That was a busted play that he was able to turn into a first down. He was caught in the pocket and managed to get away and make positive yardage for a first down.
1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Rosales takes the snap and keeps it himself, rushing out to the left, and he's tackled at about the 44-yard line, so a quick gain of 1 yard by Rosales. The tackle was made by Aaron Olage. Second down and 8, ball on McCallum 45-yard line. Rosales in the gun, 2 receivers to his right. Rosales takes the snap, hands off to the back. Rodriguez barrels his way up the left side, the left hash mark, tackled just short of the 50-yard line. That's a solid gain of 4 yards, brings up 3rd down and 4 for the Knights, and the ball will be spotted at McCallum's own 49-yard line. So if they get the first down, they'll also be in Eastview territory. 3rd and 4 Knights. Rosales in the gun. Rosales takes the snap, throws right, has a man, and it is intercepted by Tyreek Styles Obasheri at the 30-yard line. Tyreek Styles Obasheri was in one-on-one coverage with the wide receiver from McCallum, and Obasheri just looked over, wrestled the ball away from the receiver, fell to the ground, and
the impressive thing about it, Travis, he was out height in that one.
That was a difference. That receiver was probably about 6 feet tall, and we'll say Obasheri was a couple of inches shorter.
Yeah, well, I think it's number 84. If that's the case, he's about 6 inches taller than Obasheri.
What a great play defensively. It'll be 1st and 10 Patriots at their own 28-yard line. Under center, Peyton Adams takes the snap, rolls right, and he throws. It is caught by Jacob Martin at the 30-yard line. Jacob Martin makes his way to the 35-yard line and is tackled. So about a 7-yard gain for the Patriots on that play. Scoreboard says it was good for 8 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 2 from the 36-yard line. Adams takes the snap on 2nd down, hands off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Isaiah Quentin Jackson is tackled in the backfield. McCallum says he fumbled the ball and that they recovered. And that is indeed what happened. Isaiah Quentin Jackson just fumbled the ball. McCallum recovered, so it'll be McCallum ball. So Patriots get a turnover and then turn the ball right back. 9:14 to play here in the third. Eastview leads 28-0. But McCallum will have a 1st and 10 at the Eastview 35. McCallum hands the ball off to Rodriguez on 1st down. Rodriguez will make his way up the left hash mark, tackled just shy of the 30-yard line. That's a gain of about 3 yards on that carry. Brings up 2nd and 7 for McCallum. Ball at the Eastview 32-yard line.
Brings up a 2nd and 7 for the Knights.
Second and 7 for Rosales. Rosales will keep it himself on the snap, and Rosales will make his way towards the left sideline. Tackled after about a 2, maybe 3-yard gain. This will bring up 3rd down for the Knights. We'll get the exact yardage for you in just a second. It's a 4-yard carry by Rosales, so it's 3rd and 3 for the Knights. Ball at the Eastview 28-yard line. So the Knights need to make it to the 25-yard line to pick up the 1st down. And they only need to go 3 yards to do so. Rosales in the gun. Takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. And he runs into a wall of white jerseys about 2 yards short of the 1st down line. Isaiah Quentin Jackson making the tackle on that play. And the Knights are now facing a 4th and 3 from the Eastview 28-yard line. So officially no gain on that quarterback keeper by Jackson Rosales. And McCallum will be going for it here on 4th and 3. Rosales in the gun. He's got everybody bunched up on the line of scrimmage with the offensive line, but McCallum sees something they don't like. Their coach will call a timeout. We'll keep it right here. This will be McCallum's first timeout of the half. 7:25 to play here in the third quarter. Eastview leads 28-0. And we'll take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of Eastview Patriot Playoff Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry. I'm Travis Banks, joined alongside Michael Francis. We are thrilled to have you along with us this entire season. It's been one of the weirdest seasons that I think anyone listening to these broadcasts has ever experienced, but at least some sense of normalcy back as playoffs wrapping up for 4A and under, but they're just beginning here for the 5A and 6A schools across the state. 4th and 3 for the Knights. Rosales in the gun. He's got two receivers to his right. Ball on the Eastview 28-yard line. McCallum. Rosales takes the snap, looks left, throws left. He's got a man, and it is caught out of bounds at the 10-yard line. That'll be a turnover on downs. Eastview will take over at their own 28-yard line.
You know, here's some more tidbits from Mike Barnes, Travis. Final, Tuscola Jim Ned 24, Mount Vernon 17. Colt McCoy's old team beats the team coached by Art Briles. Some other Friday scores in the third quarter: Round Rock 21, Lake Travis 14.
1st and 10 for the Patriots. It's a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Nothing much to that running play as Isaiah Quentin Jackson tried to make his way up the right hash mark. Nowhere really to go.
In the second, LBJ 22, Lindale 7, Hayes 21, Vista Ridge 7.
No gain on that run by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Brings up 2nd and 10 Patriots. It's going to be a sweep to Tyreek Styles Obasheri. Obasheri to the 30, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Tyreek Styles Obasheri tackled at the McCallum 45-yard line. But a great sweep play from right to left by Tyreek Styles Obasheri puts the Patriots into Knights territory. 25-yard run for Tyreek Styles Obasheri. It'll be 1st and 10 from the McCallum 46. Adams takes the snap, and he keeps it himself, rushing up the middle towards the left hash mark. And Adams, gain of maybe 2 on that carry before being brought down. Peyton Adams makes it to the McCallum 44-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Patriots. Adams looking at the sideline for some instructions. And he'll bring his squad back out in the shotgun formation. Jacob Martin in at tight end. 2 wide receivers to the right. Adams takes the snap, rolls right, throws, caught at the 38-yard line by Tyreek Styles Obasheri. Obasheri down the sideline to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Tackled at about the 3-yard line. But another great play by Tyreek Styles Obasheri puts the Patriots inside the 5. About a 39-yard gain on that pass. And the Patriots will go hurry up on 1st and goal from the 3. And it's a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who barrels his way. I'm sorry, that's Amarian Brooks. Amarian Brooks checks into the ballgame. And on his first play, he scores from 3 yards out. And now the Patriots lead 34-0, pending Emilio Vargas' PAT attempt. Vargas out to attempt the PAT. Kick is up. It's a little low, but it is good. Goes right between the uprights. So with 5:46 to play in the third quarter, the Patriots take a commanding 35-0 lead over the McCallum Knights. We'll take a brief commercial break. We'll have McCallum's response right after this. You're listening to Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports.
This broadcast on SHN Sports is brought to you in part by our bank. You belong here. We take the time to listen to you and your financial needs and desires in order to help you create unique solutions that will help you achieve those goals. Ideal Signs. Looking for something extra to get your business noticed? Ideal Signs specializes in custom signage and large digital format printing. Visit signsforsports.com. These broadcasts on SHN Sports are made possible by advertisers like these. If you would like to promote your business while also making an impact in the community, email Carl at shnsports.com for more information about advertising opportunities.
We are back here at House Park in downtown Austin with 5:46 to play here in the third quarter. The Patriots have taken a commanding 35-0 lead over the McCallum Knights as Carlos Villarreal comes out to pick this ball away. McCallum has 2 return men back at the 10-yard line to take this Patriots kickoff. Kick is underway. It's deep enough. It will be taken at the 10-yard line by McCallum to the 20, to the 25, and to the 30, spinning around some defenders and finally pushed out of bounds about the 33-yard line. Pushed in some trash talking by number 12, who I do not have on my roster. Wyatt Cunningham was the return man.
There was a flag on the play.
Now I see it. Coach Feacock is blocking my view of that flag, from my vantage point at least. See what that flag is about. Could be unsportsmanlike conduct.
I don't know. Looks like they're getting ready to walk it off against Eastview. Nope. All right.
All right.
Well, that's a positive right there. Just the way he was facing, he looked like he was ready to march it the other direction. So, and they hadn't said what it was.
So the Knights will come back out in the shotgun formation, facing a 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. Jackson Rosales in at quarterback. He's got 2 receivers on each side. Rosales takes the snap, looks left. The pocket collapses underneath him, and he tried to scramble away, but he's brought down at the 20-yard line. Brought down by Garrett Thorpe. 1-yard gain on that play, on that scramble. 2nd down and 9 for the Knights from their own 20. Just a little over 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Rosales on 2nd down in the gun. Eastview showing blitz. Rosales takes the snap, rolls out to the left side, throws left, pass falls incomplete. Supposed to be a quick wheel route, it looked like, but the pass fell incomplete.
Well, Cade Elkins brought that pressure on the outside and forced him to throw quick. Wasn't able to make the tackle, but he made the quarterback throw when he wasn't ready and threw wide of his receiver. And, you know, that's just what that kind of pressure can bring on you, especially when you got somebody like Cade Elkins staring you down.
I got to say, this is the most aggressive I think I've seen the Patriots defense all season, as the Knights come out for 3rd down and 9 from their own 20-yard line. Rosales takes the snap, rolls out to the right side. He's under pressure, and Rosales tries to throw the ball away to an intended receiver. Falls incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th and 9 for the Knights. They should be forced to punt here. So the Patriots defense holds, as the clock will temporarily stop with 4:46 to play here in the third. Patriots leading 35-0 here at House Park in the shadow of downtown Austin. Fog is out there, but it's not very
It
thick.
hasn't really gotten thick like it. I think it's actually a little thinner than it was earlier.
Punt is up, and it has the hang time, but not a lot of distance. There's a scuffle at the 30-yard line between a Patriot and a Knight that surprisingly did not draw any flags.
Yeah, that
from the
is kind of a
referees.
surprise.
But the story of that play is a short punt, giving the Patriots very good field position. They will start out with 1st and 10 at the McCallum 42-yard line. Going from right to left. 4:38 to play here in the third quarter. Patriots looking to extend their 35-0 lead.
Well, the big guys up front, that offensive line for the Patriots doing an outstanding job.
First and 10. Adams takes the snap, throws right. It is caught at the 45-yard line by Charles Ross. Charles Ross makes his way to about the 38-yard line and is brought down. So that will be a gain of 4 for Charles Ross. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Patriots from the McCallum 38-yard line.
I'm definitely seeing some different play calls tonight.
Well, that's the good thing about having 2 straight weeks off is that you have some time to work on your playbook and come up with some creative plays that the teams wouldn't be able to scout, as Peyton Adams takes the snap, rolls right, throws the ball away as he was under intense pressure by 2 McCallum defenders. The pocket just kind of collapsed. It'll be 3rd and 6 Patriots.
Now, he was smart not to throw that into coverage and just throw it away, to not turn the ball over.
Clock is stopped with 3:57 to play here in the third. Adams on 3rd down. It's going to be a pitch to Tyreek Styles-Obasheri. Obasheri on a sweep from right to left. Obasheri gets through some defenders with some great blocking and is tackled at the 30-yard line.
And he picks up the first down.
Make that tackled at the 32-yard line. He needed 6 yards. He got exactly 6 yards. And that will move the chains for the Patriots. It'll be 1st and 10 from the McCallum 32-yard line. Adams on 1st and 10 in the gun. Takes the snap. Hands off to Isaiah Quinton-Jackson, who rushes right. Stiff arms the defender. Isaiah Quinton-Jackson has a huge hole. Isaiah Quinton-Jackson to the 15. Spins around to the 10, to the 5. Isaiah Quinton-Jackson into the end zone for the touchdown. 32 yards. Isaiah Quinton-Jackson. For the 3rd time tonight, IQJ finds the end zone.
Well, that was an outstanding effort, and that was all Isaiah Quinton-Jackson, as McCallum had him in the grass numerous times, and he was able to spin out and take it to the house.
Emilio Vargas out to attempt the PAT for the Patriots. Kick is up. Has the distance. And the kick is good. So Emilio Vargas remains perfect on his PATs this evening. And the Patriots, with 3:18 to play here in the third, lead it 42-0 over the Knights after Isaiah Quinton-Jackson's 3rd touchdown on the night. We'll be right back after these commercial messages. Stay tuned. You're listening to Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
Hey, it's Chip from Hewlett Volkswagen. It's that time of year for fall, football, and family. And our family has been making it easy on your family for almost 20 years, like with our new Express online shopping tool, where you can find the perfect Volkswagen fit for your life and budget. This month, save $3,600 on a new 2020 Jetta S. You can drive away in a brand new Volkswagen for under $20,000. We have a lot to choose from. Hewlett Volkswagen, off I-35 in Westinghouse, or see for yourself at hewlettvw.com.
Welcome back to House Park. 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Your Eastview Patriots lead this one 42-0 as Isaiah Quinton-Jackson takes it into the end zone.
Kickoff will be taken at the 10-yard line by McCallum, and running out of bounds at the 25-yard line is the return man, Wyatt Cunningham, on the return. So the Knights will have a 1st and 10. Ball will be spotted at their own 26-yard line as the Patriots look to get another defensive stop here. Leading 42-0.
Yeah, with that last score, Travis, in the past 2 games, the Patriots have scored over 100 points.
Very impressive, as on 1st and 10, this will be a handoff to the back, Rodriguez, and he barrels his way up the middle, picks up a 1st down for the Knights on a big run. Tackled at about the 42-yard line. Rodriguez gain of 16 on that carry. This will be 1st and 10 Knights in the shotgun formation. And it's another handoff to another running back. Makes his way to the 45-yard line, but is tackled. Tackled by Vance Hurd. This will bring up 2nd down, McCallum.
Number 10, Daniel Duenas on the last carry.
Daniel Reyes, the ball carrier on that last play. 2.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. McCallum facing a 2nd and 6 from their own 46-yard line. It's a handoff to Rodriguez, a sweep out to the left side. Rodriguez gains 2, maybe 3 yards on that carry before being brought down. Mac Howard making the tackle for the Patriots. McCallum facing a 3rd and 4 from their own 48-yard line now. And Rosales will come out all alone in the shotgun formation, as he had his running back in the slot, but he moves the running back to the back position, and it's a handoff to the back, Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Thomas Thornburg says hello and puts him to the ground.
Thomas Thornburg with a great hit. Brings up 4th down and 4 for the McCallum Knights. And they're at their own 48-yard line, so they're sending the punting unit out. And Eastview will send out Jerry Barone and Michael Sedgwick to return this punt from their own 30-yard line. Knights punt this one away. Punt has the distance. It'll be taken by Michael Sedgwick at the 23-yard line, and Sedgwick running along the sideline and is pushed out of bounds at about the 33. So a solid 10-yard return for Michael Sedgwick on that play.
Tanner Blue's coming in.
And quarterback switch, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like Peyton Adams' night is done with 58 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Tanner Blue will take over the reins for the Patriots at quarterback. Amarian Brooks will check in at running back as well. Coach Feakoch wanting to rest his star players. As a handoff to Amarian Brooks on 1st down. Brooks barrels his way up the middle, makes his way to the 40-yard line, is tackled just shy of the 45-yard line. And not enough to get the 1st down. He was tackled about a yard short, so actually an 8-yard gain by Amarian Brooks there. Brings up 2nd and 2 Patriots. Ball on the Patriots' own 42-yard line. Blue in the gun. Takes the snap. It's another handoff to Amarian Brooks, who sweeps out to the left side. Bounces off a defender. Amarian Brooks picks up the 1st down and is tackled just short of the 50-yard line. A solid 6-yard run by Amarian Brooks. Picks up the 1st and moves the chains for the Patriots, as they've got 20 seconds to work with before the end of the third quarter. And the Patriots are going to just ride the clock out. And that whistle will do it for the third quarter. We are just 12 minutes away from the Patriots advancing to the second round of the playoffs. They lead 42-0 after 3. We'll see if the Patriots can maintain this shutout. We've got some exciting football action coming up for you here on Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry. We'll see you after this.
You're ready for the future?
And the future is full of possibilities.
Because your dream home
is right around the corner.
If you're ready for the next step,
or 2,
or 3,
we can help. At our bank, we're ready to help you open doors to your future.
Our mortgage team is here and ready to begin your next step.
Doing the right things for the right reasons.
Welcome to our bank.
You belong here.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, as we're set to get things started here in the fourth quarter. Tanner Blue in at quarterback.
Ballou throws to the left side. He's got his man caught at the 35-yard line. It's Michael Sedgwick to the 20, to the 10. Michael Sedgwick is gone. 52 yards. What a pass play. Michael Sedgwick, the incredible thing is that he was being closely guarded, except for that split second after the ball was thrown. The defender kind of backed off. Michael Sedgwick got behind the coverage, made the catch at the sideline, and ran it all the way in. 52 yards. Emilio Vargas out to attempt the PAT. The kick is up, and it is good, so Vargas remains perfect. And with 11:15 left to play here in the ball game, Eastview now takes a commanding 49-0 lead over McCallum. We'll take another brief commercial break. We'll have McCallum's response to Eastview to see if they can end this Eastview shutout. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown
Hey, it's
Jewelry.
Chip from Hewlett Volkswagen. It's that time of year for fall, football, and family. And our family has been making it easy on your family for almost 20 years, like with our new Express online shopping tool, where you can find the perfect Volkswagen fit for your life and budget. This month, save $3,600 on a new 2020 Jetta S. You can drive away in a brand new Volkswagen for under $20,000. We have a lot to choose from. Hewlett Volkswagen, off I-35 in Westinghouse, or see for yourself at hewlettvw.com.
We're back here at House Park in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas. 11:15 left to play here in this ball game, and following a 52-yard touchdown reception by Michael Sedgwick, the Patriots have taken a commanding 49-0 lead over the McCallum Knights here in round one of the playoffs. Vargas kicks this ball away, and it's going to sail out of bounds at the 3-yard line, drawing the flag.
See if they're going. I guess they're going to just take the 5-yard penalty, or does it go? I think it goes to the 25, right, Travis?
I believe it goes out of bounds. It'll be at the 35 or the 40. 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 McCallum from their own 30. Ball placed at the left hash mark. McCallum is driving right to left from our vantage point.
All right, we've just had some wholesale changes made on defense.
The Patriots want to maintain this shutout, however, as Jackson Rosales on 1st and 10 scrambles away, and he's got a huge hole. He makes his way to the 50 and slides down at the 45. Jackson Rosales has been a great runner on his feet tonight, and he's very wise as well. I don't think he's taken a hit all game whenever he's scrambled.
No, and he sees he's going to take a shot. He slides and keeps that from happening. He doesn't like to get hit, that's for sure.
1st and 10 McCallum from the Eastview 47 now. Rosales in the gun, and he hands the ball off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is tackled at the 44-yard line after rushing up the middle.
Good hit by Tanner Ballou.
That'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Knights. Mac Howard on the tackle for the Patriots on that last play. It'll be 2nd and 7 McCallum from the Eastview 44-yard line. Just under 11 minutes to play here in the ball game. McCallum has yet to score the entire game. And it's a handoff to Rodriguez on 2nd down. Rodriguez didn't get anything on that carry. He might have gotten a yard, depending on where the referee spots the ball. He did indeed get 1 yard, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Knights. Ball on the Eastview 43-yard line. The Knights in the gun. Rosales. 2 receivers to his right. Rosales calls for the snap, trying to draw the Patriots off sides. He cannot. Rosales takes the snap and is immediately under pressure. Rosales has to scramble to the right side. He throws. Pass falls incomplete, but it draws several flags from referees.
I don't know if that could be offensive pass interference.
Well, Tanner Ballou, there was nobody blocking Tanner Ballou, and so he was immediately able to get pressure on Rosales, forcing Rosales to scramble out to the right side. So they called a defensive hold on Tyler Wagner. That'll be an automatic first down for the Knights, and they'll have a 1st and 10 at the Eastview 33-yard line now.
I thought I heard somebody in the stands go, "Oh, man, that was bogus."
Rosales on 1st and 10 keeps it himself, and he'll barrel up the middle towards the left hash mark. Brought down at about the 28-yard line. A solid gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down for the Knights. 2nd down and 5 officially. Ball on the Eastview 28. 9:45 to play here in the ball game and counting. Eastview leads 49-0. McCallum just trying to end this shutout. Rosales in the gun, 2 receivers to his right. Rosales on 2nd and 5. Takes the snap, looks left, throws left, has a man, and it is caught out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Pass was intended for Nate Davidson, but the incomplete pass, or the catch out of bounds rather, will bring up 3rd and 5 for the Knights. Ball still spotted at the Eastview 28-yard line. Third and 5 for the Knights. Rosales in the gun. Takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. Rushing up the middle. He's got a hole, and he's tackled after crossing the 25-yard line. He's tackled at the 23-yard line, and that is enough to move the chains and give McCallum another 1st down on the 5-yard gain by Jackson Rosales. First and 10, McCallum from the Eastview 23-yard line now. Rosales in the gun. 2 receivers to his left. Rosales hands the ball off to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez makes his way to the 20 and is brought down. Vance Hurd on the tackle of Andres Rodriguez. 2-yard gain for the Knights. Brings up 2nd and 8. Ball is spotted at the Eastview 21-yard line. Rosales on 2nd and 8 takes this, or comes out in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his right. Rosales takes the snap and scrambles out to the left side immediately. He's got a great hole, and he's tackled just shy of the 10-yard line. A gain of about 8 yards. And that's enough to move the chains and pick up another 1st down for McCallum. Ball is spotted at the Eastview 12-yard line, so McCallum into the red zone for the first time this evening, officially. 1st and 10, McCallum. Rosales in the gun. He's got 2 receivers on each side. He sends one of them in motion from right to left, and Rosales will take the snap and roll out to the left side. Rushes up the middle into the end zone, 12 yards for the touchdown. The shutout lasted about 3.5 quarters. But with 7:50 to play here in the ball game, McCallum scores for the first time this evening.
And to kick the extra point, number 2, Silvio Guzman. Holder is Rosales.
McCallum's kicker out to attempt the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. So 7:50 to play here in the ball game. New score, Eastview 49, McCallum 7. The shutout has ended, but the Patriots are only needing to run out a couple of minutes of the clock to advance to the second round of the playoffs. We'll have more football action after this. You're listening to Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports, presented by Georgetown Jewelry.
Many of us yearn for the glory of the field, to quarterback our team to victory, to catch the game-winning touchdown. But sadly, playing football is hard. What's not hard is getting a great deal on a Chevrolet from Don Hewlett. It's okay, fella. Everyone's a winner at Don Hewlett, but you still stink at football. Find new roads in Georgetown and at donhewlett.com. Don Hewlett, Texas True.
Welcome back to House Park. There's some updated scores. In the third, Cedar Park 58, San Antonio Vets Memorial 13. Vandergrift 31, Austin 24, Marble Falls 24, Brenham 17. Mercedes leading Floresville 27-24. The winner will play Rouse.
As this kickoff is going to be taken at the 22-yard line by the Patriots. And not much going for Isaiah Quentin Jackson on that return as he was running east to west more than he was north to south. So the ball will be spotted at the Eastview 24-yard line. And the Patriots will set up shop with 7:43 left to play in this ball game. Patriots leading it 49-7.
Surprising score here, Travis. Round Rock 35, Lake Travis 21 in the fourth. In the fourth, Marble Falls 24, Brenham 24.
Oh, wow. Those would be huge upsets if those scores hold, or Marble Falls comes out with a victory over Brenham. 1st and 10 for the Patriots here from their own 24-yard line. Tanner Ballou bobbles the snap and is sacked at about the 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 5 and bring up 2nd and long.
Number 7 quarterback Tanner Ballou, sacked by number 7 Gabe Seeley.
But the clock will continue to run. I think that's the most important thing for Coach Feacoch and the Patriots right now. 2nd and 14 officially. Ballou in the gun, trips to the left. Ball on the Eastview 20. Ballou riding out the play clock. 8 seconds to play, or 8 seconds before the ball needs to be snapped. And with 5 seconds, it is snapped. It's a handoff to the back, who rushes up the middle and is tackled just short of the 25-yard line. On the carry was a new back, Nathaniel Henderson, number 31, who we've not seen all season. This will be 3rd down and 10 for the Patriots. And the Patriots are able to draw McCallum off sides. They have a free play. Throw is caught just short of the 45-yard line by Emilio Vargas, getting some time at wide receiver. The free play should result in a 1st down for the Patriots after McCallum jumped off sides.
Emilio Vargas.
Outside, number 7, the defense. That penalty declined. Result of the play is a 1st down.
The Patriots now have a 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. 6:26 to play in the ball game. Eastview leading 49-7. First and 10 Patriots. Ballou hands the ball off to Henderson, and Henderson, gain of maybe 2 before being tackled, just short of the 50-yard line. This will bring up 2nd down for the Patriots. 2nd down and about 7. Yeah. So a 3-yard gain for Henderson, as the Patriots are running as much time off the clock as possible. A very conservative play calling here with the second team offense in. Ballou in at quarterback in the gun. He's got trips to his left here on 2nd and 7. Ballou takes the snap, hands off to Henderson. Henderson rushes to the left, and Henderson trying to make it to the 50. He cannot. I think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard. And we've got a McCallum Knight on the ground. So while the trainers tend to that downed McCallum player, clock will stop with 5:09 to play here in the ball game. Eastview leading 49-7. We'll take this opportunity to remind you that this broadcast is brought to you in part by Georgetown Jewelry. Call Georgetown Jewelry to order your holiday jewelry gift for Christmas, or come by and experience their one-of-a-kind customer service in their clean showroom. Georgetown Jewelry offers a great variety of estate jewelry, fine jewelry, and mini silver items as well. Check them out at 3010 Williams Drive. That's 3010 Williams Drive. They're open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day except for Sunday. Georgetown Jewelry, the sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Thank you very much to Georgetown Jewelry for everything they do for Eastview High School, Eastview Patriot Athletics, and us here at SHN Sports as well. These broadcasts would not be possible without the generous contributions of our sponsors. That McCallum player is off the field. So the Patriots getting set back up here, facing a 3rd and 6. The ball is on the 50-yard line, so Nathaniel Henderson did gain 1 yard on that last run play. Ball is exactly at the 50-yard line. Clock continues to tick, and the Patriots going very conservative. They're running as much time off the play clock as possible. 21 seconds and counting here for the play clock. Tanner Blue is in no rush to snap the ball, but he will. And he hands the ball off to Nathaniel Henderson, who barrels his way into McCallum territory for a nice 3-yard gain. He'll be tackled at the 47-yard line of McCallum. This will be 4th and 3 for the Patriots. Whistle blows. Not sure if there was a timeout called or what.
Up a 4th and 3 for the Patriots.
Please set the play clock to 3 seconds, please. 3 seconds.
Oh, there was a play clock issue. 4:30 and counting to play here in the ball game. Eastview leading 49-7. I need to go look it up to confirm, but I think the last time the Patriots played here at House Park, it was way back in like 2013, maybe 2014. And they're going to come out barring a monumental collapse in the remaining 4 minutes, which I don't think will be possible. Patriots will leave House Park with a victory tonight, as the punt is away by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Fair catch called for and made at the 15-yard line by McCallum. So McCallum will set up shop 1st and 10 with 3:44 remaining in the ball game.
And the 4th, Rouse 55, Northeast 0. Floresville 31, Mercedes 27.
First and 10 for the Knights. Ball on their own 19-yard line. Jackson Rosales hands the ball off, and the ball carrier makes his way to the 22-yard line. We're being tackled. That was Rodriguez on the carry. 4-yard gain for the Knights. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for McCallum. Knights come back out in the gun. Jackson Rosales in at quarterback. 2 wide receivers to his right. And it's another handoff. Sweep to the left. Ball carrier makes his way to the 32-yard line. And that's a 10-yard gain, more than enough to move the chains for the Knights. Pick up the first down. As we're just about at 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. Patriots have this one pretty much wrapped up. The Knights hand the ball off to Rodriguez, who sweeps out to the right side. He's tackled just short of the 35-yard line. About a 3-yard gain on that carry by Andre Rodriguez. Mac Howard making the tackle for the Patriots. This will bring up 2nd and 7 McCallum from their own 35-yard line. Two and a half minutes remain in this ball game. Patriots lead 49-7. Rosales takes the snap, and he'll keep it himself. He rushes up the middle to the 40-yard line and is brought down at about the 41.
6-yard carry for quarterback.
Jason Karanko on the tackle.
Brings up a 3rd and short.
This will bring up 3rd and 1 for the Knights. Ball at their own 41-yard line. Rosales in the gun. Takes the snap, hands off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez up the middle. He's got the first down, makes his way to the 45, and he runs into a wall of Patriots white jerseys. He'll be called down at the McCallum 46-yard line. That'll move the chains and pick up another first down for the Knights, as we are under 2 minutes to play here in the ball game. Patriots leading 49-7. McCallum on 1st and 10. Rosales takes the snap, hands the ball off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez barrels his way up the middle to the 50-yard line, and he crosses into Eastview territory. He's tackled at the Eastview 49. So a gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 for the Knights with 1:15 to play here. Knights not looking to get aggressive here at the end of the ball game. They ended the shutout. That was about all they needed as this game went on. And now Rosales will use his feet to scramble out to the right side, and he's tackled at the 35-yard line, picking up a solid gain and moving the chains again.
Brings up a 1st and 10 for McCallum at the 37-yard line of the Patriots.
Under a minute left now. About 45 seconds remain in this ball game. The Knights on 1st and 10. Rosales in the gun. Trips to his right. Rosales takes the snap, looks left, throws left, has a man, and it is tipped at the 20-yard line and falls incomplete. And a flag as Cale Barclay was on the coverage there. He tipped the pass away and then wrestled the intended receiver down to the ground, drawing the flag. I'm not sure if that would be unnecessary roughness, unsportsmanlike, or what.
I don't know. I think they're discussing it because as he was tackling the receiver started trying to tackle him back and threw him down out of bounds. So, and it looks like that's exactly what they're saying as they're walking this. Looks like they're going to walk this off against McCallum, but we'll see.
After the play, dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 13 of the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Yep.
Automatic first down.
That's wrong. Yep. I think the fans agree with my perspective on that, because it definitely was the receiver threw our defender down.
So the Knights will have a 1st and 10 from the Eastview 22-yard line. 32 seconds to play here in the ball game. Rosales in the gun, hands off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez rushing out to the right side, dodges a couple defenders, but he's tackled at the 10-yard line, or just short of the 10-yard line. That's an 11-yard rush and moves the chains for the first down. McCallum. Clock will temporarily stop. Can McCallum score one more touchdown in the remaining 23 seconds? We'll see right here. Rosales in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the left. Rosales takes the snap, drops back, looks left, scrambles out to the left side, and he throws. It is caught inside the 5 and falling down to number 13. Number 13 making the catch, Davis. And so McCallum will have a 2nd and 2 from the 4-yard line. And with 7 seconds remaining in this ball game, McCallum will use their second timeout of this second half, as they're looking to end their season on a positive note, trailing 49-7. They're looking to at least make it 49-13 in the final 7 seconds. A short timeout. But the Patriots, the fans are already standing up and celebrating. They know that the Patriots have won this ball game, and they will advance to round 2 of the playoffs to take on Alamo Heights next week. Of course, that game, time, and location yet to be determined. We should know more by tomorrow afternoon. 7 seconds remaining. 2nd and 2 for the Knights. Rosales in the gun. Ball at the 4-yard line. Rosales takes the snap, hands off to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez makes his way into the end zone for the touchdown with 2 seconds remaining.
Number 4, Andres Rodriguez in from 4 yards out for a McCallum Knight touchdown.
McCallum in with the score, but here's some interesting news, Travis. Final, Marble Falls 27, Brenham 24.
That is a huge upset. Brenham getting 2nd place in District 13 5A. But we know the 3rd place team will be advancing to the 2nd round of the playoffs. That, of course, being our very own Eastview Patriots.
Eastview Patriots.
As PAT is good for McCallum, making your new score Eastview 49, McCallum 14, 2 seconds to go here, so we should just see the final kickoff.
Marble Falls kicked a 40-yard field goal in the final seconds for the win. First Marble Falls playoff win since 2010. Best season was 91 when it lost to Burnett in the quarterfinals on penetrations 3-2. Plays Medina Valley, Sherilyn Pioneer in the 2nd round.
I know they've had a rough couple of years. You know, they had Todd Dodge there for, I think, 2 years before the Westlake job opened up, and Dodge took that. Of course, winning a national or a state championship with the Chaps last year. 2 seconds remain here. McCallum just about set to kick this ball away. This should be the final play of the ball game. As Eastview just needs to not turn the ball over here. Kick is up, it's high, but it's going to be called for or taken by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Isaiah Quentin Jackson will make the return and simply fall to the ground, and that's enough to run the final 2 seconds off of the clock. That's the final. Eastview wins it 49-14. We will take our final commercial break of this evening. We'll get our required UIL spots in as well. We'll have a brief wrap-up after that. As we look ahead to next week, Eastview advances to the 2nd round of the playoffs to take on Alamo Heights. We'll be right back after these messages.
This broadcast on SHN Sports is brought to you in part by Our Bank. You belong here. We take the time to listen to you and your financial needs and desires in order to help you create unique solutions that will help you achieve those goals. Ideal Signs. Looking for something extra to get your business noticed? Ideal Signs specializes in custom signage and large digital format printing. Visit signsforsports.com. These broadcasts on SHN Sports are made possible by advertisers like these. If you would like to promote your business while also making an impact in the community, email Carl at shnsports.com for more information about advertising opportunities.
You're ready for the future?
And the future is full of possibilities.
Because your dream home
is right around the corner.
If you're ready for the next step,
or 2,
or 3,
we can help. At our bank, we're ready to help you open doors to your future.
Our mortgage team is here and ready to begin your next step.
Doing the right things for the right reasons.
Welcome to our bank.
You belong here.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Hey, it's Chip from Hewlett Volkswagen. It's that time of year for fall, football, and family. And our family has been making it easy on your family for almost 20 years, like with our new Express online shopping tool, where you can find the perfect Volkswagen fit for your life and budget. This month, save $3,600 on a new 2020 Jetta S. You can drive away in a brand new Volkswagen for under $20,000. We have a lot to choose from. Hewlett Volkswagen, off I-35 in Westinghouse, or see for yourself at hewlettvw.com.
Many of us yearn for the glory of the field. To quarterback our team to victory. To catch the game-winning touchdown. But sadly, playing football is hard. What's not hard is getting a great deal on a Chevrolet from Don Hewlett. It's okay, fella. Everyone's a winner at Don Hewlett, but you still stink at football. Find new roads in Georgetown and at donhewlett.com. Don Hewlett, Texas True.
Welcome back once again to House Park with a happy final. Your Eastview Patriots 49, McCallum 14, as the Patriots are celebrating on the field right now with the gold ball, as it's gold ball season, as they are the by-district champs in tonight's game. Outstanding effort by the Patriots. They give up 14 points, garbage points, and garbage time as the second team was in versus the first team of the McCallum Knights, and they managed to take care of business and get out of this one, Travis, and move on to the next round where they will face Alamo Heights.
Indeed. The first playoff victory with Eastview for Coach Feekoch, and the first in at least the last 3 years for the Patriots as well. Of course, the last 2 years in the first round, the Patriots have had to drive either to San Antonio or last year out to Kerrville, where they faced first-round losses. Of course, last year, a completely different squad because Eastview was just they didn't have a lot of depth. Well, they've got the depth this year, and they got a good first-round matchup. They'll advance to the second round, 49-7. I think those 2 weeks off really did help the Patriots more than it hurt.
Well, it allowed them to get healthy and come into tonight and just take care of business. They dominated this game the whole time. McCallum really wasn't into it. And Eastview just doing what they do week in and week out. Solid defensive play by the defensive line to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line to control the line of scrimmage. Phenomenal job all the way around. You know, you saw some great passes by Peyton Adams and Tanner Ballou, and both of them for touchdowns. So outstanding effort by those two guys tonight in a great win by the Eastview Patriots. Going over some finals around the area, some surprising finals. Round Rock 35, Lake Travis 21. In 19 playoff games from 2000 and before, the Dragons averaged 17.8 points per game. In 22 playoff games since 2000, the Dragons averaged 31.3. Lake Travis is 15-4 in first-round games, lost to Alamo Heights, Hayes, Pflugerville, and Round Rock. So they drop one. Other scores in the fourth, Cedar Park 65, San Antonio Vets Memorial 20. Fifth time Cedar Park has scored 60 points or more in a playoff game. Cedar Park school records for points in a playoff game is 70, and that was back in 2010 versus LBJ. In the fourth, Rouse 62, Northeast nothing. Rouse set school record for points in playoff game. The last was 59. Final, Vandergrift 45, Austin High 24. Eighth year in a row and the ninth time in the last 10 years Vandergrift has won its first-round game. Austin High hasn't won a playoff game since 1957. Vandergrift plays the winner of... All right.
Well, we apologize for that technical error. They are shutting the lights and the power off here at House Park, so we'll go ahead and quickly wrap this game up. Your final score, once again, Eastview 49, McCallum 14. The Patriots will head to play Alamo Heights next week. Date and time yet to be determined. We will know that information tomorrow afternoon. You can follow Coach Fekoch on Twitter. His handle is at JFSWT. Or follow us at shnsports.com. Again, Coach Fekoch, JFSWT on Twitter. And Michael Francis, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Just outstanding effort all the way around by the Eastview Patriots. They come in here and take care of business, do what they have to do to get to the next round, and like we say, one and done. You got one, now you're 1-0. Let's go on to the next one. You got 6 steps to get to the big game, and we did it tonight, took care of business, and let's see what we do next week versus Alamo Heights.
Well, thank you once again to our sponsor, Georgetown Jewelry, and all the rest of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. He's Michael Francis. I'm Travis Banks. From all of us here at SHN Sports, have a safe and happy weekend. We will see you Tuesday night for Eastview boys basketball and girls basketball against Georgetown, and next week for football playoffs as well. Again, the date and location to be determined. We will know more by tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon at the latest. Follow us at shnsports.com for more information. So, once again, from all of us here at SHN Sports, so long.